So you came from Georgia Southern. Tell us a little bit about your time in Statesboro.
Yeah, so I spent the last 5 years. I got there in COVID year. Had an amazing time there, man. And made some, really good memories, good friends, good teammates that I have from on. Great coaches came through there. Coach Helton, one of my mentors, still to this day. Got a lot of respect for that program. That program really taught me a lot about myself and what it means to be blue collar and those different things like that.
Does it feel like your journey has come full circle considering your first career game is here?
Yeah, you know what? I was talking to my mom and my father when I committed here in January, and it was kind of crazy that you mentioned that because we talked about that too as well. It's like it kind of like my first real career start was technically here. Kind of found my way on the football field that day. Experienced, obviously it was an upset for us now, but on the opposite end, it was, one of those big moments for us. So I definitely feel that way. I feel the love here in Memorial Stadium. To be on the opposite end of it now is it's a beautiful thing. I feel like these fans and this culture here, it's lovely to play with.
What was that day like in 2022?
It was a really crazy day. It was we knew coming into it that we had a good team. We were excited about the season, excited about the guys that we had. Put a lot of preparation into it, a lot of confidence coming in, and to be able to execute it at that level in that moment, it was huge. I feel like for me, it was a lot of confidence for myself. I felt like, since I was a freshman, I wanted to play on that level, on that Big Ten level. So it gave me a lot of confidence. A lot of guys got confidence throughout that season, and just it was a great feeling, great moment.
When did you know you were capable of playing at a Big Ten level, transferring to a high major school like that?
I would say that the Nebraska game, that kind of started my sophomore season. Actually, my freshman year, I tore my ACL. So my early in my career, kind of with a little adversity. So coming back from that, a lot of belief, a lot of, good family members, a lot of foundation that I had to get me back to that moment. But that game meant a lot to me to be able to come back and perform at a high level. Get a big time win, but that kind of, set in stone like where I wanted to be at the end of my career and where I wanted to play.
What's the biggest thing you've noticed here between where you came from and where you're at now in terms of facility, recovery, things of that nature?
I would say definitely the facilities. I think there's nothing like this place anywhere else in the world. Just from the top to bottom, the staff, the way the people treat you, the facilities we got as far as just recovery and man, there's some things I don't even know the words to. So it's some really good stuff here that we got here. I don't think there's a lot of places like this in America.
The scrimmage on Saturday, just how did that go for you personally?
I feel like personally, I feel like I had a good scrimmage. There's obviously always something to work on. I just want to get my eyes in the right place, my feet right, just technique things I want to make sure I'm getting good. But I feel like as a collective, I felt like we showed a lot of effort. We played. We executed really well when we needed to, and there was a lot of big-time plays being made that day.
You first got here. What were some areas you really wanted to grow in? How have you seen those areas grow over the offseason?
I wanted to get my body right. I wanted to make sure I was able to perform at the highest level. I felt like, during my career at Georgia Southern, there was a lot of lack, and I dealt with a lot of injuries, so it always put me back. But I just wanted to get over that curve, make sure my body's right, make sure it's healthy. I'm getting bigger, stronger, faster in those areas, and be able to perform at a high level at this level.
What was the biggest thing you had to do to get your body right? Was it more workout, diet? What was the process?
I would say just everything. I feel like Coach Campbell here, he does a tremendous job as far as that weight room. Just being able to attack every day. The nutrition also. Miss Christian I promise you, she's one of the best out there. She's demanding, but it's for a reason. She shows a lot of love and a lot of passion for this program. So just believing in those, and believing in the coaching, believing in the people that help us, and just buying in. I think that was the biggest thing for me.
What do you make of the middle linebacker group that you're a part of, and who are some guys maybe who've made some moves even in training camp?
I love our room. I feel like we have a lot of talent at each level, just as far as young guys, seniors, juniors, and sophomores. I've never seen a place where I feel like we can play a freshman and they'd be great. Just from top to bottom, I feel like Javen has been one of the leaders, and he showed me different things that I need to work on. As I played a long time, he played a long time, and we kind of ping-pong different things. But he's been a tremendous leader. He's been doing great out there in fall camp. I feel like Vincent Schaefer he's a talent, as I'm sure y'all know that. But he's coming every day and attacking every day, and I think he's shown strides throughout the fall camp. And then you just got some young guys that just ball, and I feel like Dawson is going to be really great. I feel like C. Jones is great. I feel like Bauer is great. My man Wack, he's going to be great too as well. On special teams, they go out there and dominate every period. Coach Rob does a really good job of just coaching from the top and the bottom, making sure everybody understands what we got to do from the ones, from the twos, from the threes. And I'm confident if we need anybody to play from the threes or the fours, they'll be able to get the job done. So that's just a testament to the way we prepare and the way Coach Rob handled his room.
What is it about your style of play in comparison to Javen and Vincent? You're not as tall, at least, of a
For
guy.
sure.
So how do you overcome that with the way that you play the game?
I feel like one thing you have to be is truthful with yourself. So I've been this size my whole career. So I kind of out there, I kind of have a delusion that I'm 6'5", 250. So I just have no fear. So I just try to attack everything. I make sure I have great eyes, great technique. I'm playing with great pad level. And just getting to the ball, I feel like at the linebacker position, no matter how big, how fast you are, if you can get to the ball and produce and get the tackler down, the runner down, then you're doing your job. So I just make sure I'm executing at a high level. I'm making sure I'm communicating. I spend a lot of time in the film room, have to have a good IQ because there's a lot of different things that I don't have in my bag that I just have to add from those things. So I feel like having that IQ and being able to play football fast, as far as your mental standpoint, I feel like that's what I add to the room and that's what I bring out there. And I just love the game, honestly. There's nothing better than football out there for me. So just being able to enjoy every day and taking every day as a blessing and viewing it as a challenge, not a threat.
Some of the guys on this defense, the transfers who have come from smaller schools, we're talking mainly with some of the FCS guys. Obviously, you're a G5 transfer, have said that like they have a chip on their shoulder with the way they play. Does that at all apply to you and how you come in here because you're from a smaller school?
100%. I feel like coming in, even at Georgia Southern, I had a chip, just being a smaller linebacker, everybody doubting you throughout your career. But, I really don't focus on that necessarily. I play for the love of the game. I'm real big on faith, and I feel like God put me here for a reason. So that's kind of my main focus. I don't kind of play that underdog story anymore. I feel like I'm ready for the challenge. I feel like I'm just like anybody else. I feel like they put their pants on just like I put my pants on, so I'm just ready to go anytime.
You ever played in an NFL stadium before?
I actually played this past year. We played in New Orleans for the bowl game. That was an amazing experience. So I think that was the only time I played in the NFL stadium. They did a tremendous job, by the way.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you, guys. God bless.